Hi, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Vulnerable. I am your host, Chelsea Vaughn, and this is not going to be a fun episode. This is going to be a really sad, heartbreaking episode, unfortunately. I'm honestly really not ready to talk about this because it's very fresh, and I just feel like I kind of have to talk about it because it's happening, and I can't really pretend like it's not. Austin and I have decided to end our relationship. And that is not something that either one of us, I think, saw coming. Obviously, I have been very open and sharing all of our relationship. Like we literally just, I feel like, started posting or being able to post each other. So it feels like, I'm sure to you guys, whiplash, because it's like, oh my God, we just found out that they were together and like, you're so happy for us. And we've gotten so much love and support. And I am literally still getting comments every day on like the first video that we posted together about how people are so happy for us and just finished watching our love story happen on the show. So it feels like a very short-lived romance, internet-wise, but obviously we're real people, and it was a very real relationship, and it's been over a year. So as much as it feels quick, I'm sure it wasn't quick. And the decision wasn't made lightly. I don't know. I don't have any plans to like get into any sort of nitty-gritty about like what happened and why it happened. Like, I just feel like that's unnecessary and out of respect to me and Austin and our relationship. Like, I'm not going to do that. But it was amicable as a breakup can be. Like, we left it on good terms. We very much still care about each other. And we're both really sad. I feel like today is literally, well, maybe not. We'll see what happens the rest of this episode as I keep talking. But today was the first day in like a week that I haven't been crying. I literally cried at the leasing office to my agent telling her that he moved. I cried into my salad. I cried behind my sunglasses at Fashion Week. Like, I cried on this podcast couch last week. I can't stop crying. So it's really hard. Okay, there goes my no crying streak. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know what to say here. Like, I think that sometimes you can try as hard as you possibly can, like both parties, and it's still not going to work. And it had absolutely nothing to do with how we feel about each other, but there are just certain aspects that just weren't working, and bigger things that maybe are just incompatibilities that aren't gonna work long term. And I think that this really couldn't have been prevented. Like, we met in a way and in an environment where we got to know each other, like who we are as people at our core, like with no distractions and no responsibilities and no anything. Like, it's in a sense kind of just like a fake world. And it's very easy to fall in love in a fake world. And then you go out into the real world, and that's why you see so many couples that fall in love on TV, like, break up pretty much right after, because it's just so many unpredictable variables, like, that you wouldn't know how to deal with as a couple, or you wouldn't even know about at all, because they're not things that came up when you fell in love. And at that point, the feelings are already there and the feelings are already so strong. So it's like, and Austin and I were already committed to each other. Like, we didn't get engaged, but we'd already committed to being in a relationship, and we tried. Like, and honestly, not to like compare or anything, but like we lasted a lot longer than a lot of people, and we were very, very committed to doing our best to make it work. Obviously long distance was super hard, and being in hiding was super hard, and then moving in together and living together came with its own sort of hurdles. Um yeah, I just think, I don't want to speak for Austin, but like, I know that both of us, no, neither of us regret anything. Like, I don't regret, I will never regret trying as hard as I could with something and putting my all into it. And I know he doesn't either. And I think if we hadn't, um, if we hadn't tried, like hadn't, if he hadn't moved, or if we hadn't moved in together, if we hadn't like really seen it through, I think I would definitely have some regrets, and I would be wondering what if. Yeah. So that's kind of where it's at. Obviously you guys are invested. I know people are invested, and I was trying not to think about that, because obviously this is my life, and like, love you guys, but I wasn't trying to be like, wow, what are people going to think? Like, I can't believe I have to tell all these people after I just like told them we were in love. And it's like, that was weighing on me a little bit, but it's also like, I I don't know. I kind of had to like try to push that out of my mind, but the reality is, my job is social media. We're all on social media. You guys watched us fall in love, so I kind of feel like I try to be as real as possible. You guys know that, like, everywhere. And there's no way I'm going to be able to authentically show up on this podcast talking to my guests every week, or talking to you and talking about dating, and not be able to address it. So I really didn't have a choice but to make this episode, I feel like. But now, at least every time I get a comment, or somebody asking, or somebody DMing me, I can just send them this episode and never have to talk about it again, because I really don't want to. But Austin left our apartment. He moved back to California. And I think why it's been like, one of the reasons why it's been so hard is just like, everything happened really quickly. Like, you guys know how excited we were to move, and obviously I documented the whole like apartment search, and we found our place, and so it's supposed to be like a really exciting time. And we've only been in the apartment for like 3 weeks now. So this wasn't expected. So yeah, it's just a big bummer to be super excited about something and have plans in your mind for the future, and for it to go a different way. So yeah, like I said, it's very fresh. This literally just happened, so I don't know what I will be doing with my apartment. Obviously, we signed a lease. But I've been kind of thinking about everything, and I feel like it honestly might be better to just break the lease. Really, really, really expensive breakup for me. But I honestly think it'd be better to just break the lease than to have to live in this apartment that we picked out by myself. Um, it's also expensive. And I thought I would be splitting that cost, and I'm not anymore. So, Jersey girl era, short lived. I don't know where I'm going to move. I don't know what I'm going to do. I had said before, like, oh, if I waited until the winter, prices will go down and da 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 da. So, clearly, I don't know. If I move out, it's going to be, I have to give them like a notice. So it would probably be like around the holidays, and I would probably just go home. I was going to go home for the holidays anyway with my family. And then maybe I will start fresh in 2024. Who knows? Maybe I'll live in Manhattan or go back to Brooklyn, or I don't really know. Depending on, I guess, the market and what I can find. But I haven't really had enough time to process and make a decision. But yeah, Austin is not here anymore. He moved back to where he's from in California. And I mean, we've touched base. Like I said, we left on good terms, and we have nothing but love for each other. And I feel like the worst part of a breakup is like wondering what they're doing and having to like look at their stories and see who they're with and like wondering how they're feeling. And I don't know. This is very weird for me. I've never had a breakup where it was just so, I don't even, amicable. Like I've just never had a breakup where it's like this. So it's very hard for me to process because it's a lot easier when you break up with someone and they wronged you and you get to be angry and you can like hold on to your anger and you can talk shit about them to your friends and like you can do that and then like it makes you feel better, but like I really can't do anything to make me feel better. I kind of just have to sit in it and accept that even though this is horrible and even though we still love each other, like the only thing that brings me peace is that like it is the right decision and I know that. And like it hurts really badly right now, but I think in the long run it's going to be better for both of us because it's just better to hurt short term than, first of all, wait, I mean, I don't know, longer if you feel like it's not the right relationship for you or like your needs aren't being fulfilled. Like it's just, that's not gonna necessarily get better if you don't think it is. And at some point you kind of have to just choose to be true to yourself, like no matter how much it hurts or how painful it is in the moment. So yeah, that is the current situation. I'm not really a people pleaser kind of person, but I do feel some sort of like sadness that I disappointed all of you guys. Like, the logical part of me knows that um you only want what's best for me and you want me to be happy, and you guys were excited because I was happy. But it still feels like just letting people down because you've been here with me like for the past few years and you've watched me on 3 different TV shows, and like the TV shows are about finding love and I finally found it, and it's just like as soon as we announce it, it's like boom, 3 months later it's gone. But I can't live my life based on whether or not I disappoint people. um, yeah, but that is an unfortunate side effect of sharing my life, especially my love life, uh, so openly and publicly. But hopefully you guys are understanding and respectful to both me and Austin. I understand that people, like I said, are invested and want to know and like are curious, whatever. But like, please don't message me and tell me that you're sad, because same. Like, just think about if you were going through a breakup, what you would and wouldn't want people to message you and comment on your pictures, and then just do or don't do that, please, because I am clearly already barely holding it together, so I can't handle every time I post a picture the comment section being like, where's Austin, what happened to Austin, what happened between you and Austin? Like, I don't need it, so please refrain. DM it to your friend and ask what happened, or check Reddit. I don't know, just don't don't message it to me, please. um Yeah. I don't think I have anything else to say on the subject. If you want to send me any nice, kind messages of support, I would appreciate that. Um, yeah, I think this is just going to be the only time that I talk about this. Um, just know that Austin and I love and respect each other. Please love and respect us. And that's really it. Um, yeah, so I will be back next week with a happier, lighter episode. Hopefully, we will all be going through this healing, figuring out where I'm going to live journey together. But thank you for listening, guys, and enjoy this, because I probably will never ever cry on this podcast again. I was very much my namesake, vulnerable today, and yeah, that's really it. If you want to find me, you know where to find me, at Chelsea Vaughn on Instagram. And if you want to watch me cry, you can see it in 4K on YouTube at Vulnerable Pod. Love you guys. We'll talk to you next episode. Bye.